put the fire out, they got the aeroplane back on the ground, they got out of the aeroplane, and nobody was hurt. And the aircraft is in one piece and repairable, although it may take a while. I was talking to... Oh, and here comes the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight fighters. 2 Spitfires, 2 Hurricanes. So, beautiful 4-ship formation of a Supermarine Spitfire 2A, the oldest flying Spitfire in the world, P7350, P for Peter. The other Spitfire is a Mark 16, an LF-16E. The 2 Hurricanes, both Mark 2Cs, LF-363 and PZ-865. So the Hurricanes are on the wings, the Spitfires led by the Mark 16 in the centre, on the centre line. Battle of Britain Memorial Flight then formed as the RAF's historic aircraft flight back in 1957 at Biggin Hill. They started with 1 Hurricane, one of these, LF-363, and 3 Mark 19 Spitfires. 2 of those are still with the flight, the other one is with Rolls-Royce. He went to various stations, North Weald, Martlesham Heath, Horsham St Faith and Coltishall, all famous Battle of Britain names. And then in 1972 they got the Spitfire 2A and 2nd Hurricane. 1973 they got the Lancaster, and they changed the name at that time to the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. I've always thought that's a slightly strange decision because the Lancaster didn't fly till well after the Battle of Britain, but never mind, we all know it as BBMF and we love it. And in 1993 they got a DC-3 Dakota from Boscombe Down. So apart from the commanding officer, the boss of the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, Squadron Leader Duncan Mason, and the operations officer, Flight Lieutenant Anthony Parkinson, MBE, Parky, they're both full-time, but the rest of them, the pilots and other aircrew, are all volunteers with other day jobs in the RAF. The administrative staff are full-time. They've got an ops assistant, Jim Stewart, Yvonne Masters, the public relations officer, and the engineering is by 23 full-time RAF staff under Warrant Officer Kev Ball, Chief Technicians Paul Blacker, MBE, and Paul Routledge, and Sergeants Gary Millman and Justin Staveley. So that's one Spitfire broken off from the formation, and I think one Hurricane, yes. I'm expecting the Spitfire to land here, and the Hurricane LF363 to depart back to Coningsby, where they're all based. Spitfire is landing here because we're going to see the Spitfire do what they call the synchro display with the Tornado towards the end of the day, penultimate item in the flying show. A wonderful crossing of the decades once again to see the RAF's paramount frontline fighter of the moment with possibly one of the greatest fighters of all time. The Hurricane is also landing. I thought he was going home. If you're close to that Hurricane, have a look for the fearsome-looking wasp painted on either side. Those are the colours of Sergeant Pilot Arthur Clowes, DFM, Distinguished Flying Medal of #1 Squadron during the Battle of Britain.